Okay, so hello, I'm Petr Venkrbec, and basically I'm from CHRT Synthesizer, and I'm presenting the tube analog synthesizer, which is originally dedicated to the wind controller players, but that doesn't mean you can't play it with keyboard or any other MIDI things. So it really does take signal from MIDI. So it would be a big lie to say there's nothing digital in it. All the control voltages are, of course, derived from MIDI signals. And why is it a little bit strange machine? It's all the audio, what you hear, really goes only through the tubes, and it's touched by digital signal only in two places, which I think. The first place is this is a fantastic tube called Tiratron switch, which makes a little nice arc when you play, little lightning, and it's a switch that produces, it's the oscillator. I use it as an oscillator, and produces sort of sawtooth signal. And then, as you would expect, some filter. There is a filter, a low pass, but you will not find classic cutoff and resonance controls, because these tubes do some drive stages for the input signal, and there's one more oscillator which is like damped or stopped just on the threshold, and it works like a resonator for the incoming signal. So basically, when I talk to people who don't know anything about electronic instruments, I'll tell them, this is if you've got a guitar, this is the string and this is the resonating body. Yeah, and the shape of the resonating body is changed by the load changes, the impedance changes, and all that stuff around it. In between those, there of course is a low-pass filter, but it's built as a fixed one and works only on impedance changes. That's the way you change it.
So we talk here about one oscillator, or?
It's one oscillator, single oscillator that works, and
so it has only saw wave.
And starts with a saw wave, yeah. Which actually, because the right after the oscillator, there's a drive stage. So if you overdrive it, you get something very different from a sawtooth. That's the way you change it. And depending what you put into the resonator, what the resonator makes of it, you change the timbre. This is not an instrument that would do helicopters and space guns or something like that. It will always sound similar, changing from brassy sounds like. Can I play? Yeah. Like this cello sound or whatever. And in between those, you can find lots of other things depending on what you feed these stages with. Yeah, so more woodwindy.
So what was the aim of this instrument? What was the idea behind?
The idea behind this was that I was looking for a simple monophonic analog, real analog, that I could play with a wind controller, using all all the stuff that comes from the wind controller. It's got a breath control. It's got a nice pitch bend. It's got velocity, which is independent on the breath and stuff like that. So I wanted to use it, and I couldn't find a synth that wouldn't be quite okay to react nicely to all this. So I thought I'd build one, and when I started building an analog, I thought, why not trying tubes? And that's the way it gradually came.
And after the filter, it goes. You have an effect on it, or is it the tube which makes the sound character?
The last stage is a classic VCA. So it's got a VCA, which is absolutely classic. The control voltage is on the grid of a pentode, so it's done usually like that. But the VCA is overdriven, or can be overdriven as well. So you can get what do you call it, sort of brightness. And the more you overdrive it, the more trumpety sound you get. One more thing that is strange on this, that this oscillator is always started and stopped with the articulated notes. So it's got nice transients on the beginning, and that they make these sort of poo 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 things that you can probably hear. Envelope is because this one is built for the wind controller. So I've got only very simple AD envelope, which is either velocity dependent or velocity independent, and I mix it into the breath control for the VCA. So I can make some sort of nice staccato, tube, yeah. I've overdriven everything, so it helps the tongue a bit, yeah.
So this is, you said to me before, it's not the official case, it's your version.
And this one, yeah, that's the first one. Was a prototype. Now it's my instrument, my personal instrument. What I like is if anyone has got an idea what to put it in some case. Somebody suggested even a beehive, which I would definitely go for. I'd like to put it in. Just the amount of electronics is like this, but it can be any.
And the official product is.
The official product is this boring 19-inch rack. It's a 2U rack. It's quite a hefty thing, but it fits in just.
It will be pre-built for users, or can you build it yourself, or?
The users can start themselves, use just the documentation, or use parts. Like it's difficult to get a good chassis and things like that. So you can start on a really, I'll do everything, just give me parts, or build something for me, tune the circuits for me. So various stages of DIY to completely build.
So in the price, it starts with a DIY, and then it's fully built, and.
Yeah, so let's say fully built with everything and certifications and stuff like that, it would be something like €1,500, and the starting price for DIY would be half, or 800, because the parts are good parts. So the parts themselves are something like 600.
Is it for DIY users with a lot of experience? A bit.
Starting with a lot of experience, a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of patience, and ending with just those with screwdriver who want to put it together and have fun.
Do you plan it for release? It's how long it takes from now, from Musikmesse?
It's like officially released, and every piece I'd like to communicate with with the person who orders it, yeah, so that I want to know the MIDI specifications they want, what they want.
And is it already available?
It is basically available, so yeah,
so
do order.
So finally a product on Musikmesse which is already available.
Yeah, and it's custom built always, yeah. So
okay,
okay,
thank you.